We welcome you back to Field 6 here at the Toyota Soccer Centre. The US Youth Soccer National Championships. This is our second semi-final of the day. The under-17 girls division, we have Maryland up against California as Premier Navy takes on Rebels Elite. Premier Navy in the all-white with sky blue playing from right to left here in the first half, and Rebels Elite in full navy. They'll be playing from left to right. There's an early chance here for Premier Navy as they stride forward on the right-hand side. That will be behind for a goal kick. Maryland side Premier Navy in this semi-final and into the tournament after they won National League Black, while Rebels Elite out of California were the Far West champion for under-17 girls. Premier Navy making it to the semi-final, having won Group A, finishing on 7 points with 2 wins, 1 draw, scoring 6 goals, conceding 3, with a +3 goal difference. Phoebe Canales, Madison Carr and Alyssa Novovaisky all joint third in the scoring chart with 2 goals. Rebels Elite found their way to this semi-final, having been runners-up in Group B. They accumulated 6 points with 2 wins, 1 loss, scoring 9, conceding 4 for a +5 goal difference. Erin Healy is currently the joint top goal scorer in this competition with 6 goals. Over on Field 7, the Group B winners FCKC Academy are taking on TFA Elite. The winner of these 2 games will meet tomorrow at 7:40 AM right here on Field 6. We look forward to bringing you that coverage tomorrow. We'll keep you updated with the score on the opposite field as best we can. But we're focused on this game here between Rebels and Premier. Here come Rebels Elite through captain Kiera Sminge. Sminge's ball inside for Healy, the top goal scorer in the competition. Healy shot an early one on target, but gathered well by Alyssa Minnick. Minnick sporting the headgear in goal for Premier Navy. Good win in the air there by Creighton. She'll have it again here. We saw Rebels Elite back here on Field 6 when they absolutely demolished Mandeville by 6 goals to 1. Before that, on Tuesday, they were beaten 3 goals to 2 by FCKC. They finished their group stage campaign with a 1-goal win over BC United on Thursday. On the other side of things, Premier Navy coming into this game after beating TFA Elite 2-1 back on Tuesday. They got past pace setter Villa by 3 goals to 1 on Wednesday and finished their group stage with a 1-1 draw against FC Stars on Thursday. Here comes Leia Black into the area on the left-hand side. Black still going, but she's only going to be able to poke that one into the hands of Hawkins. Two 45 minutes here to decide who will be advancing to that final. If we're still level after 45, we will advance to 2 15-minute extra time periods, and if we're still level after that, the dreaded penalty shootout. Here comes Creighton driving forward for Rebels Elite, poking it wide, looking for the run of Miller. Kiana Miller now can't bring that one under control. It will be a goal kick for Premier Navy. Here comes the ball upfield. One initially in the air by Healy. Looking here for the run of Carr, but Carr won't be able to bring that one under control. Now Rust striding out from centre back, looking for options ahead of her. Doesn't have a wide option, so we'll instead check back for Smeenge. We saw Creighton dropping back in between her two central defenders quite often when they played back here on Field 6 on Wednesday. Slotting nicely in between Kiera Smeenge and Madison Rust and allowing her fullbacks to get further forward. Here's Sekimoto. Sekimoto looking for Espinal. Espinal now with possession deep in the corner. Couple of step overs from her and checking it inside. Opportunity now for a cross or a shot. The shot coming in. It's a good effort, but it's straight into the arms of Alyssa Minnick. She'll make no mistake with that one. Minnick then upfield. Flick on one. Carr now. Carr trying to find Canolas, but it's only going to find the touchline. Rebels Elite looking to recycle ball along the back line. Espinal under heavy pressure from Coakley. Smeenge stepping forward again. Good run here by Smeenge, forward from centre back. Touch is going to get away from her, but she's going to win the ball back. Still going is Smeenge. In the end, she'll challenge that one. It'll take a touch off her for a goal kick. Promising play there from Kiera Smeenge, stepping all the way back from centre back, but nobody in support of her, and in the end, Premier come away with the goal kick. Creighton winning the ball in the air there, but it's into the path of Canoles. Good challenge by Uribe. Black with this throw up towards Canoles. Her flick on, but no support. And Uribe will look back for Smeenge. Haramillo. Sekimoto, she'll look back for Rust. Espinal back for Rust again. Here's Creighton dropping back in, as she so often does. Rust again. Rebels Elite, as they were back on Wednesday, happy to retain possession. Try and draw Premier out. Create spaces in between the lines. Creighton. Across for Smeenge. Smeenge forward, it's a good ball. Now with the run of Healy outside. Gaines Ramos. Gaines Ramos holding that one up and keeping it with Uribe. Here is Erin Healy, top goal scorer in the under-17 girls division at this national championships. 6 goals to her name in only 3 games. Uribe with the throw to the feet of Espinal. Back with the right fullback. Healy now into the path of Espinal again. Gaines Ramos. Her pass intercepted by Chin. Now Chin coming forward. Gaines Ramos will recover well, and Smeenge to Creighton. Espinal. Espinal driving past a couple of players there, bringing Healy into the game. Healy onto her left foot, looking to find a teammate in Summit. Summit it was, trying to find a yard of space to get a shot away, but well defended by Premier Navy. Much cooler day here in Frisco, Texas than we've had for the 3 days of group stages, thanks to plenty of cloud cover in the area. Healy there with a strong challenge. Canolas. Canolas looking to switch play, but it's only going to find a navy blue shirt. Now Creighton. Creighton with time. Forward for Gaines Ramos. Her flick looking for the run of Healy, but those two not on the same page. National tournament is a testing week for these girls. Already played 3 games in the past 4 days. Team that goes all the way to the final will need to play 5 games in 6 days. So important that you come here with strength in depth, using your bench where you can. Challenging for the ball there was Carr. Espinal. Here's Rust. Sekimoto. Now Smeenge on the ball. Inside for Healy. Healy dropping into space there off the right-hand side. See a lot of interchange between Healy and Gaines Ramos, between the centre forward position and this right-hand side. Right now, Healy the one occupying the 9 role. This is the chance here for Espinal on the left. Pulling that one back for Summit. The 1-2 with Healy, and it's a good challenge to prevent Summit from getting a strike away. Gaines Ramos back for her fullback, Uraib. Uraib stepping inside well. No challenge coming in here. Sneed it was in the end. Putting pressure on. Gaines Ramos. 1v1 with Canolas. Uraib. Gaines Ramos. Leia Black putting that one out of play for a throw. Creighton in for Healy, but Healy drifting into an offside position. Premier with a chance to take the pressure off here and get themselves set back up. Long ball upfield then, looking for the head of Reinhardt. Alexandra Faber challenging for the ball here, but Creighton will come away with it, and now Smeenge. Back in for Creighton. Vital cog in the Rebels elite machine is Gianna Creighton. Playing in that number 6 position, she links play really well from left to right and from defense through to the more attacking players, providing cover when centre-backs step forward, as they have done now. Sned. Forward. The layoff from Carr. Nowowiecki's ball through, looking for the run of Carr. Carr almost getting a toe on that one, but Kira Watson happy to have that one in her hands. Here's Creighton now with space to get her head up, finds Gaines Ramos. Wide for Healy. Healy lifting that one forward. Summit won't be able to get a foot on that. Favor. Back to Creighton again though for Rebels Elite. Rust for Espinal. Espinal checking wide again, has Jaramillo outside of her. Espinal quite favourable of a step over as we saw in that first game here on field 6. Now Gaines Ramos looking to switch the point of attack. Has Uribe under pressure from Favor. Favor will foul Uribe and free kick for Rebels Elite. Now Gaines Ramos as they get it moving straight away. Swinging that one towards the run of Summit. Will force her wide. Jaramillo. Sekimoto. Now Creighton. Good interception there by Carr. Gets the team in white back in possession, and now Canola's the captain on the left. Trip on the ball there by Reinhardt, but she still has it. Too slow there with her touches, and Creighton nips in. Here comes Healy driving forward. In for Espinal. Espinal with her back to goal. Looking wide for Uribe. Getting word through that we've had our opening goal over on field 7 in the other semi-final. TFA Elite leading FC KC by a goal to nil. Here's Sekimoto. Jenkin back and forth, and Creighton will come forward. Heavy challenge coming in from behind by Carr. Creighton then ends up careering into the back of Reinhardt. It'll be a free kick for Rebels. Bit over enthusiastic there by Madison Carr. Wasn't going to get her toe in, instead puts arms into the back. Comes the free kick from Rust. Rust putting that one goalwards, but it's over the crossbar. Correction from the information coming back from field 7. It was FC KC that took the 1-goal lead, and since then they have scored a second. They now lead TFA Elite by 2-0. Premier look to get us back underway with the goal kick. Apple headed back into the path of Summit. Jaramillo. Summit again. Coming inside, looking for a teammate, finds Sekimoto. She'll have it back though. Here's Gaines Ramos up against Canola's on this right-hand side. Uribe providing support around the outside, but Black is going to intercept that. Canola's, Gaines Ramos poking that out for a premier throw. Carr striding over, looking to win the flick up against Gaines Ramos. Gaines Ramos all over the back of Carr, and it'll be a free kick to Premier Navy. Hannah still striding over to take the free kick. Premier throwing bodies towards the 18-yard box. That ball forward by Steele is straight to Hannah Arai, but now Espinal on the ball. Good dummy there by Healy into the path of Sekimoto. Now Summit on the left-hand side. Time to get her head up and look inside for Healy again. She'll try and find Yaramillo. She'll keep it in play. Here's Summit. Healy. Great turn there by Healy, breaking into the box onto her left foot. She'll pull it back for Sekimoto. Can't get her foot over the ball there, and in the end it's high and wide over the crossbar for a Premier goal kick. Good opportunity there for Rebels Elite. Erin Healy with a good turn and a good pullback for Sekimoto. That over the head of Gaines Ramos. Canola's bringing it down. Is Reinhardt. Wide for Black. Canola's with a good turn initially, but Gaines Ramos doing well to track back and win that. Here she is now on the ball. Her pass though straight to the feet of Reinhardt. Steele. Still striding forward from centre back. Out wide to Noah Wieski. Chance now for Premier to get the ball into the box from the right-hand side, but Cabral unable to keep it in play, and it's going to be a goal kick for Brooklyn Hawkins. Here's Yaramillo. Can't find Summit, and it'll be Coakley to give this one back to Steele. Steele's ball forward, looking for Carr's, only going to find the feet of Rust. Again, Carr over-enthusiastic in the challenge, and Rebels Elite with the free kick. As we're over halfway through this first half. Still goalless between Premier Navy and Rebels Elite. Ball out on the far side, throw in for Premier. We haven't had a real pace about this game so far in the first half. It's been pretty steady, neither team really forcing the issue. Rebels Elite with the better of the possession so far, and the only team so far to carve out an opportunity. Healy here battling for the ball. She'll lose out, the favour to win it. Espinal in the challenge with favour, but the white team still in possession. Coakley across for Reinhardt. Has Canolas to her left, but too much pace on that one, out of play for a throw. Triangle there being built around Phoebe Canolas, and now upfield towards Healy. Creighton back for Smeenge. Here's Creighton again. Sekimoto back to Rust. Rust will look for the runner wide in Yaramillo, but in the end she's going to have to put it out for a throw. Coakley. Reinhardt just putting a foot behind that, straight out of play. Here's Sekimoto. Back for a central defender, Rust. Smeenge. Now Uribe with acres of space at right back. Under pressure from Canolas, she'll find Smeenge again. Creighton switching play for Rust. Sekimoto with a good turn inside, has Healy ahead of her. She'll look to keep it with Smeenge. Smeenge's ball has Healy. Healy now with space as she comes inside, finds the feet of Espinal. Uribe. Now through for Espinal, crossing opportunity here for the captain. Good defending there by Reinhardt, puts it out of play for a throw. Referee will stop the play here as we'll have a double substitution for Rebels Elite. We'll see Jaramillo and Summit leave the field. They're going to be replaced by Riley Curran and Jordan Norman. Espinal trying to keep that in. She's done so. Under challenge from Reinhardt. Black. Good piece of skill for her to get forward. Carr laid that one off, but can't find Canolas. Here's Rust. Out to the substitute Norman. Now sliding in at left back. Carr. Touch off the head, trying to bring that down, but Uribe on the ball. Back into the path of Smeenge. Creighton, time to turn. Reinhardt's tripping on the ball again. Gains Ramos. Back for the 1-2 off Espinal. Ball through, looking for the run of Creighton. Don't see her this high up the field very often, but Creighton's done well to what looked like a corner kick, but the assistant referee says the last touch was off her and it will be a goal kick. Comes the goal kick, upfield one in the air by Creighton initially. It's going to bounce down at the feet of Canolas. Canolas keeps that one in play, running at Uribe. Still on the ball, Canolas. Smeenge stepping over to step in there, and Smeenge will put it out of play for a throw. Leia Black up to take this throw deep inside Rebels territory. Her throw to the feet of Canolas. Canolas turning, clipping that one in towards the box, and the header in the end is over the bar. Carr missing her tap at the near post, but eventually the ball finding its way through and the touch unable to keep it under the crossbar. Alexandra Favor it was with a golden opportunity to put Premier Navy into the lead. Brooklyn Hawkins will be relieved in goal as she saw that one rise over the crossbar, and Rebels Elite really getting away with one. That would have been completely against the run of play. Minnick with The ball in her hands. Looking high upfield off the half volley. Brought down by the chest of Rust, his second moto. Now Creighton, good turn to get away from Carr. Norman, back in for Rust. Here comes Rust, no one stepping to her. Time and space. As Creighton swings this one out to Smeenge. Smeenge stepping inside Canolas. Here she comes again, Smeenge. She's breaking forward in behind the defense, putting a good ball into the far post. The header coming in, and there is the opening goal. Riley Curran meeting it with the diving header at the far post. It was a fantastic run by Kiara Smeenge. She just kept going and going, driving all the way forward from her right-sided central defensive position and getting the better of two defenders with good use of the body on the right-hand side and clipping in a beautiful ball to the edge of the 6-yard box. Alyssa Minnick staying on her line and Riley Curran throwing her body on the line to head home. Rebels elite with all of the ball so far in this first half, and the possession pays off as they take the lead. Madison Carlin to get us back underway. Just over 10 minutes left in this first half for Premier Navy to try and get an equalizer before the break. I'm not 100% certain, but I feel that may have been Riley Curran's first touch since coming off the bench. Not a bad way to introduce yourself to the game. Here she is again, putting pressure on the Premier backline and winning her side a throw. Espinal up towards Sekimoto. Her turn dispossessed by Reinhardt. Here is Reinhardt again. Clipping a long ball into the far corner, but no one there. Darby Reinhardt needs to get her head up and have a look. She had nobody within 50 yards of where that ball ended up. Smeenge. Wide for Uribe. Inside now for Creighton. Creighton gets her head up and finds Rust. Norman. Couple of turns here by Norman. She's brought down by Carr. Third or fourth foul here by Norman. That's multiple fouls from her now. She'll be getting close to getting into the referee's book, as he says there, that's your last chance. Rust over the free kick. She's going to opt to keep this with Norman. Norman swinging that across for Creighton. Creighton in a mile of space in the middle of the field here, stepping forward. Has Healy ahead of her. Healy with the layoff for Creighton. Good chance here for Creighton to get a shot away if she can make a yard for herself. Instead, she opts to go back for Espinal. Espinal driving inside now. Strong challenge coming in by Sneed. And Smeenge will put that wide for Uribe. Premier having to do a lot of chasing in this first half with Rebels elite dominating possession. Uribe in for Creighton. Has Healy ahead of her. Healy with a good turn. Turning Sneed inside. Still going is Erin Healy. Trying to put that one into the path of her teammate Espinal, but it's cut out, but it's only going to find its way through for Rust. This is the trouble at the moment for Premier. Every time they win back possession, it's going forward and straight to a Navy shirt, and it's coming straight back at them. Healy has Norman outside of her, but Norman had drifted offside. Let's see a change for each side here. Gaines Ramos will make way for Rebels Elite. In her place, Ashley Herndon. Also going to see Darby Reinhardt make way for Daniela Cabral. Hannah Still then putting this free kick forward over the head of Carr, won by Sekimoto. Healy can't quite get that one down. Sneed forward for Coakley. Coakley now into the path of Novovaisky. Canolas, Novovaisky. The substitute now Cabral trying to find Carr. That's going to be poked wide, and here is the goal scorer Riley Curran. Healy's pass can't find Espinal. It will be a throw on the far side. Ella Bjorn then with the throw for Premier. Here's Carr. A deflection off Carr is going to find its way through to Novovaisky. She'll unload from distance, but speculative attempt. Going to drift to the left of the goal and out for a goal kick. Hawkins short with a free kick then to Smeenge. It is good to see Rebels Elite always looking to play out from the back where they can, comfortable in possession. Aren't phased of being pressed as they are now by Carr. Here is Carr poking this one to the path of the substitute, but Smeenge steps in well. Coakley. This ball across, and now Curran stepping onto it. Curran has Healy to her right. Ashley Herndon now in space if Healy can find her. Here's Herndon, but she drifted offside. Didn't get the better of Minnick anyway, but what an opportunity that was, had the ball been played slightly earlier. Carr. Good challenge there by Espinal. As we're going to see Tony Fiocco Meiser coming on to replace Madison Carr. Novovaisky getting that forward. The challenge coming in by the substitute is going to result in a free kick for Rebels Elite. Rust across for Norman. Norman with space out on the left-hand side. Up forward now for Healy. Healy with a great touch. Get better of a defender there, wide for Curran. Curran has Sekimoto and Herndon in the area. It's up towards Sekimoto, headed well by Sneed. Novovaisky up towards Fiocco Meiser. She'll look wide again, this time for Favor. Good challenge there by Jordan Norman. Into the last few minutes of this half as Espinal comes driving forward. Finding Healy, now Curran, the goal scorer. Sekimoto. Good piece of skill, and she keeps the ball with Smeenge. Here's Uraib. Herndon the wide option, but opts to go back to her captain instead. Here is Smeenge setting off on a driving run, just like we saw for the opening goal. That time she puts it out of play. Coakley now switching that one, finding its way out to the right-hand side for Bjorn. Bjorn's ball forward. Sekimoto will step in there. The late challenge coming in from Fiyoko Maiza. Rust. Creighton. Creighton, another good turn. Out wide for Norman. Healy. Riley Curran trying to get on the end of that, be put out of play by Steele. Rebels Elite taking their time with this throw on the far side. So we have another update coming in from the far field, and FCKC in a dominant position on field 7, leading TFA Elite by 3-0 in the first half. As it stands, Rebel Elite will meet FCKC in the National Championship game tomorrow. Let's see what Premier Navy has to say about that, though. Here's Curran. Curran with the delivery towards Herndon, won well in the air by Sneyd. Out wide now, looking for the run of Nowowski. She checks back and brings Cabral into the game. Cabral's ball poked forward, but only into the path of the impressive Creighton. Here's Healy. Back for Creighton, the ball through to Espinal. Espinal now with an opportunity, if she can get the better of her defender. She gets the shot away. Good effort from Espinal, but just wide of the left-hand upright. Goal kick then for Premier. As Eleanor Coakley will make way. Coakley being replaced by Emma Bocanegra. Like for like change in the middle of midfield. Cabral. Forward for Fiyoko Maiza, but she can't keep the ball. Rust then wide, looking for Norman. Norman just keeps that in play. She'll have it back off Espinal, and then she's brought down late by Cabral. Here's Curran trying to get that one upfield towards Herndon, but it's going to drop now for Sekimoto. She has time again to turn. Premier just not stepping fast enough. Every time a Rebels Elite player gets the ball in midfield, they've got time to check their shoulder, turn and look to play forward. Need some more urgency in the press from Premier. Here's Cabral doing just that. Inside for Canoles. And Herndon there stepping in. Now Smeenge. Creighton. Creighton with the first time layoff for Sekimoto. Norman then striding forward right at the end of this first half. Healy looking for the run of Herndon, finds her feet. Espinal with a good win, breaking into the box now, checks inside, swings it across. Curran it was coming in. Looked like she may have been held there by Bocanegra, but there is the halftime whistle from the referee. So as it stands, Rebels Elite, thanks to that goal from Riley Curran, would be advancing into the championship game. We'll see what Premier Navy have to say about it in the second half. So here on Field 6, it's halftime. We'll be back with you for the second half action just after this.
Today's match is brought to you by AE Engine, AmericanEagle.com, Bag Tags, Bubba Burger, Cliff Kids, Dick's Sporting Goods, Expand a Brand, Nesquik, Fusionetics, MLS, Nike Soccer, Positive Coaching Alliance, Premier International Tours, Soccer Shots, Sun-Made Raisins, Target, Turbo Sports Group, United Soccer Coaches, Wilson Trophy Company, and Yokohama.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. McGuire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim McGuire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, I mean, this was the highlight of my soccer career to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups that kind of emulate the McGuire Cup.
Winning the McGuire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period, that's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied McGuire Cup?
forget last year. It's gone. Ancient history. It's time to forget about failure and how you came up short, how you missed the mark. Yeah, it's time to forget about the man you should have marked, the run you should have made. Remember that shot you should have taken? Time to let it all go. Forget about it. It's time to go to work. It's time.
So Rebels Elite getting us back underway at the start of this second half. Currently leading Premier Navy by a goal to nil thanks to that diving header from Riley Curran after a fantastic forward run by Kiera Smeenge. As it stands, Rebels Elite will be meeting FCKC in the National Championship game here at the US Youth Soccer National Championships. That'll be played right here on Field 6 tomorrow morning. Premier have 45 minutes though to try and find their way back into this game. Here's Creighton, super impressive in the first half. Creighton playing as the deepest midfielder. Almost everything Rebels do has come through her. Premier now trying to build up, but they've given that straight to Sekimoto. Here's Summit looking to find Espinal. Now gains Ramos. Instead it'll be Premier to come free with the ball, looking for favour. Canolas were not that wide. Looking for the run of Canolas. She'll win her side the throw off the clearance by Madison Rust. Canolas. Rust wide for Summit. Jaramillo back at left back at the start of this second half. Espinal, she can't get a touch past Bocanegra. Favor putting pressure on Espinal. And here's Smeenge. Out wide to Healy. Healy, the current top goal scorer in this under-17 girls tournament. She has 6 goals, this being her 4th game. She's yet to hit the back of the net today, though. Coakley swinging that across to Favor. Sneed looking forward into the path of Bocanegra. Creighton challenging, and Arib will put that towards Healy, but cut out again by Premier. Looking to force some pressure early on here in the second half. Much better showing from them already. Nowowiejski wins the throw on the far side. Darby Reinhardt we saw playing as a holding midfielder back in that first half. She's now a right-sided central defender. As Premier attack here, they've only left 2 back, both full-backs really high up the field. But now the opportunity for Rebels Elite to break through Summit. Wide for Gaines Ramos. Summit is in support. Gaines Ramos will try and slide her in, but easy for Reinhardt to clear. Favor. She'll get it back. Premier coach Val Texera screaming at Favor, trying to get her to switch the ball. She's going to keep it on that left-hand side, though. Here's Nowowiejski. Her switch out to Reinhardt. Reinhardt now into the path of Brianna Bush. Here's Canolas winning the ball back well. Canolas getting the cross in safely into the arms of Brooklyn Hawkins. Her first action of this second half. That ball over the head of Sneed. Be won by Reinhardt. Here's Favor. Again going back out to that left-hand side. Needs to check her shoulder. Favor with the strong challenge on Gaines Ramos. Bit of afters between the two. Espinal on the ball. Here's Sekimoto. Back for Espinal. Needs a runner outside of her. She has one now in Jaramillo. Espinal again. Again using her left back. Jaramillo with the challenge coming in by Cabral. Cabral will win the corner. excuse me, win the throw-in for her side. Reinhardt. That ball's going to find its way through now to the feet of Smeenge. Here's Rust forward with Espinal in space. Had time to turn. Didn't get a shout. Now Yaramillo. Good tracking back by Canoles and a good turn from her too. Bush for Reinhardt. Reinhardt checking inside and trying to hook that wide with her left foot, but only gains Ramos's feet. Smeenge. Back for Gaines Ramos again. Gaines Ramos driving forward and finding Gianna Creighton. Creighton will win her side the throw. Baribes throw forward then, looking for the run of Healy. Good turn there by Sned. Now Noah Weisky, one of 3 Premier Navy captains. Throw upfield's going to find its way through to Fuyoko Maiza. She'll do well to try and get the better of her defender there, but she ends up fouling, and it'll be a free kick for Rebels Elite. Excuse me, it was out of play. It will be a throw. Smeenge. Now Rust, switching it to Uraib. Uraib out on the left-hand side in this half. She was at right back earlier. Here's Healy. Healy trying to poke that one into the path of Gaines Ramos. Good interception by Favor. Cabral. Off of Creighton. Canoles having a run at the Rebels' defense. She'll win the throw. She's been busy so far in the second half as Phoebe Canoles having lots of the ball, maybe out on this right-hand side. Here she is again. Trying to spin her right. It's a good tackle from the fullback. Rebels able to get that ball clear. Healy giving chase. Has Reinhardt for company. Reinhardt will poke it behind for a throw. Rebels Elite taking their time to get to and take this throw. No need for them to rush as they have the 1-goal lead. They will be wanting to add a second and give themselves a cushion though. As Uraib plays that off Bocanegra for a throw. That ball up towards Espinal. Espinal's attempt at the flick missed. Now Favor turning and playing that back to Bush. Upfield now towards Fuyoko Maiza. She will win her side the throw. Bush's throw upfield looking for Fuyoko Maiza. She'll do well to get the better of Rust, but she's fouled. Here's Smeenge. Favor now for Premier Navy. It's going to be out of play for a Yaramillo throw. Here is Yaramillo again inside for Creighton. Creighton again turning, looking to play forward, has nothing on, so she'll opt back for her right back. That one's out of play off Yaramillo. Another update coming to you from Field 7, where the other under-17 girls semi-final is taking place. TFA Elite have pulled a goal back in the 57th minute, now trailing by 3-1 to FCKC. Canola's striding over to take this free kick as Premier try and load the 18-yard box, all but one back for the team from Maryland. Here comes Canola's delivery. High towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Reinhardt there challenging. Her header missed. She'll poke it into the path of Uribe, who will hook it clear. No one forward for Rebels though, so it's going to come straight back at them, but that one's a straight pass over the top. And Hawkins will happily take her time here. Rust wide for Uribe. That ball looking for the run of Healy in behind. Here's Madison Rust again. Smeenge back for her central defensive partner now, Creighton. Good ball forward into the path of Healy, but Healy's touch is heavy. Giving it over to Canola's, and Premier with another chance to come forward. Canola's trying to get the better of Rust. She'll win the throw. Leaving it for Bush. Canola's. Fouls Uribe in the end to be another opportunity here for Rebels Elite to settle the game down and get themselves out from the back. Here's Summit. Summit back for Rust. Creighton almost caught out there, and this ball is into the path of Nowowiejski. She's going to crack a shot from distance, but straight into the body of Sekimoto. Favor. That one clipped by Sekimoto, back to the feet of Hawkins. Hawkins happy to put her foot on the ball and say, come and get it. Now Smeenge. Good flick forward there by Gaines Ramos. It's the path of Yaramillo. Gaines Ramos coming inside as Healy checks out to the right. Uribe. In for Sekimoto, getting the ball back here. It's a late challenge coming in by Bush. Free kick then for Rebels just inside the Premier half. Rust over this free kick. Rebels putting bodies towards the backside of that 18-yard box. It comes in this time. It's going to bounce through into the hands of Alyssa Minnick. First time we've seen Minnick in this second half so far. Just over 15 minutes in. Header there missed by Yaramillo, but fortuitously bouncing into her path. As things have begun to get interesting over on Field 7, another goal going into the back of the net for TFA. FCKC's lead been cut down to 1 now as they lead 3-2. Ball coming in now from Sekimoto. It's going to be headed clear by Favor. And now Bush. She'll try and get on the end of this one too. Keeps it in play. Poking it forward, looking for the run of Fuyoko Maiza. Fuyoko Maiza putting Rust under pressure. Rust does well to spin and get this one forward. Excellent play again by Rebels Elite. Here's Summit. Healy outside her. She'll use Healy now. Healy had drifted just a yard or two offside though, and it'll be called back for a free kick. Going to see the first substitution of the second half. And the next stoppage of play. Reinhardt's long ball upfield. No white shirt around that one. Smeenge over to Rust. Rust with so much time to turn and pick a pass forward. Touchdown there by Healy. Through the legs of Reinhardt. Cheeky little touch there, but she'll have to settle for giving away the throw in the end. As we see Tony Fuyoko Maiza make way, and the reintroduction of number 85, Ella Bjorn. Here's Yaramillo, not being put under a great deal of pressure, and Hawkins will find Smeenge. Creighton. Smeenge now stepping inside. Good ball into the path of Espinal. We haven't seen much of Espinal so far in the second half, and now she's feeding this one through to Healy. Healy trying to pick Espinal out again, but it's only going to find a white shirt. Here's Creighton. Good feet by Creighton. Gets the 1-2 off Gaines Ramos. Sliding challenge coming in by Sneed. Wins the ball back. But they're dispossessed straight away again, our Premier. Good turn by Bocanegra. Here's Sekimoto though for Rebels Elite. Bjorn. Sekimoto doing well to make up for her mistake to win that back with the throw-in. We'll see another change coming on now for Premier. Number 7, Eleanor Coakley, is going to enter the game in place of number 4, Emma Bocanegra. As Yaramillo gets ready to get us back underway with the throw on the far side. Healy trying to turn the white shirt there, but Reinhardt's going to come away with it. Reinhardt stepping out from the back, now sliding it across for Bush. Bush will find Coakley. Coakley's ball to Favor. Tipped off by Gaines Ramos, but still in possession, our Premier. Nowowski fouled there on the far side. Premier with the free kick, throwing all bodies forward again, looking for this delivery in. Canoles over the free kick. 3 in the wall, everyone else back for Rebels Elite. Here comes the ball from Canoles. Lifted high towards the back of the 6-yard box. The first header won by Reinhardt, headed clear by Rust. And again at the second attempt, Reinhardt here in the wide area. Good challenge from Rust. Going to see 2 changes for Rebels Elite. Coming off the field, number 10, Taylor Summit. So too, number 6, Alejandro Yaramillo. As we see the goal scorer with that fantastic diving header, Riley Curran, re-entering the game, along with number 3, Jordan Norman. Bush over the throw then to get us moving again as we enter around the halfway mark of this second half. Brooklyn Hawkins then with the goal kick. Val Teixeira instructing his girls to press as high as they can. They're the ones that trailed this game and they need to pull this goal back. Push again for Canoles. Canoles putting it in with the left foot. Bjorn getting the shot away, but it's deflected and cleared by Rebels. Now Sned lifting this one up high up the field. It's cleared away by Rust, and it's going to drop for Curran. Curran under the challenge of Bush. Canoles up against Hannah Uraib. Uraib wins the foul. Not happy that it took the referee that long to make the decision as she tries to get that point across to him. Sminge forward for Sekimoto. Sekimoto then across for Bush. Excuse me, Rust. Rust getting it wide. Here's Uraib. Using the feet of Healy. Healy now into the path of Curran. Curran checking inside onto her right foot. Reinhardt will get that one away. That'll be a foul out on the far side. The referee signals it. Reinhardt striding over to take this free kick. Reinhardt's ball upfield straight to Sekimoto. No white shirts around that one. Now Healy. Still yet to see a clear chance for Healy to add to her current goal tally. Leading the scoring chart as it stands. Here is Healy winning her side the throw off the feet of Coakley. Uraib with the throw in. To the feet of Curran. Curran seeking out Healy. Going to see a couple of players coming into the field for Premier. Alyssa Piccirilli. So too Leah Black going to step on for the team in white. We're going to see them replace number 15, Brianna Bush, and number 13, Kiana Miller. So just under 20 minutes plus stoppage time remaining for Premier to try and pull this current one-goal lead for Rebels Elite back. As it stands, it will be a Rebels Elite FCKC final here on Field 6 tomorrow. Challenge there, winning the ball back by Bjorn. And the foul committed by Sminge. Premier taking their time over the free kick though, not trying to get it underway quickly. They're just going to try and get a big ball lumped forward. Reinhardt then striding over to get this ball upfield. Here comes the long ball upfield into the 18-yard box. Look like a push in the back, but play goes on. Canoles fakes to shoot. Poked away by Curran. Now Picker really trying to get that one upfield. It's going to go out of play for a throw. As we see Madison Carr re-enter the game in place of Daniela Cabral. Madison Carr heading straight up front. Here's Rust. Upfield to the feet of Healy. Good turn there by Healy. He's going to keep the ball with Espinal. Espinal back into the path of Healy again, using the feet of Curran. Here's the captain, Espinal. Turns and finds Curran. Curran trying to find a wide ball to Gaines Ramos. The run of Sekimoto inside may have been the better option, but in the end, the ball in the hands of Alyssa Minnick. Her ball high upfield isn't going to find a teammate. Out for a Rebels throw. Norman with the throw. Here is Favor. Ball wide with Nowowski. Nowowski does well to win that one. Gaines Ramos, Sekimoto, and now Norman. Here is Gaines Ramos again. Sekimoto. Forward for Espinal. Espinal with space here to drive forward and get her head up. She uses Healy. Healy with Curran making a good run to her left. Here is Curran, but she's just offside. Riley Curran, she doesn't think she was, but the assistant on the far side with her flag raised. It'll be called back. Reinhardt now over the ball. Reinhardt's ball forward towards Carr. Carr flicking that on, straight up in the air. Canoles will try and put it back into her path. Smeenge, good ball through to Gaines Ramos. Sekimoto. Looking forward, but blind pass straight to the feet of Sneed. Here comes Leah Black forward from left back. Good run here by Black, getting the 1-2. Checking back inside. Looked like it might have been a foul there, but ref says play on again. Sneed's ball is out of play. Rebels elite throw. As we enter the final 15 minutes of this game. Gaines Ramos as Norman is fouled. Another update coming in from Field 7 as FCKC have restored their 2-goal buffer over TFA Elite, now leading the game by 4-2. Creighton here, back to Rust. Favor looking forward, well stepped up by Smeenge. Here she comes again. It was her run in the first half which created the goal for Curran. As Smeenge drives forward again into the right-hand side of the area, and she'll play that one off Sneed behind for a corner kick. Striding over to take the corner then is Angelina Espinal. Espinal taking their time over the corner kick. Here comes the delivery, right-footed, outswinger towards the near post, off the knee of Reinhardt, and now Carr. Bjorn looking forward to try and get Canoles in, but it's not going to reach her. It's going to be put back to the keeper by Rust. Hawkins to Smeenge, and then out to Norman. Espinal with the firm challenge there, and she's fouled. Another opportunity for Rebels to calm the game down. Still with this 1-goal lead, thanks to that diving header by Riley Curran back in the first half. Espinal over this free kick. She'll look down the line for Healy. Healy taking it off the toes of Sneed. Now gains Ramos, striding forward. She'll use Healy outside of her. Healy going down under the challenge from Black. Espinal. Back for Rust. Rust under pressure from Carr. Creighton. Norman. Smeenge swinging that one dangerously across the field, but Rust will sweep it up. Here's an opportunity here though as Bjorn intercepts. Uribe under heavy pressure by Coakley, gets it clear. Now Creighton. Here's Healy letting that one run. She has a runner in Curran coming through the middle. But Alyssa Minnick well off her line to scoop that one clear. Here is Healy again. Uribe. Inside for Creighton. Creighton for Uribe. Good ball inside now for Sekimoto, who has time and space. Here's Espinal. Curran to her left, gains Ramos to her right. Looking for that one into the path of Gaines Ramos, but it's hooked out of play by Nowowiecki. Gaines Ramos will leave that one for Norman as we step into the final 10 minutes. Here's Favor, striding forward for Premier, intercepted by Sekimoto. Now Healy dropping off for Sekimoto. She gets underneath her shot though and scoops it over the crossbar. Reinhardt. Upfield, header won by Espinal. Riley Curran to the path of Healy. Curran will have it back. Here's Espinal. Espinal making the touch stick at the second attempt. Good challenge though by Coakley. Now Coakley coming forward. Creighton under pressure from Carr. Uribe puts it into the channel for Curran. Curran trying to do Reinhardt for pace. She's into the area now, is Curran. And that'll be a corner kick off of Sned. Espinal then over this corner kick yet again. Right foot delivery in towards the near post, headed away at the first attempt by Reinhardt. It's going to break though for Healy. She'll look back for Norman. Norman's ball in is not going to find anyone in navy blue, and Minnick on the ball now. Urging her players forward. Alyssa Minnick. Long kick upfield towards Bjorn. Creighton wins. Here's Coakley for Carr. Favor, good challenge coming in there by Espinal, winning the ball back. Checking it inside, and she's brought down by Black. Excellent piece of play there by Espinal as she put a strong challenge in and then checked inside before she was brought down. Madison Rust over this free kick just inside her own half. Getting this one forward up towards Healy. Reinhardt will win that one in the air. Now Sned into the path of Coakley. Here's Favor. Canoles over the top looking for Bjorn. It's going to bounce nicely for Sned. Here is Ella Bjorn. Right-footed deliveries towards the near post, but straight into the arms of Hawkins. Hawkins will take her time over this, no doubt. Rolling it out to the right-hand side to Smeenge. Smeenge's ball forward. Ball now at the feet of Nowowiejski. That one's going to be rolled out though to Espinal. Now Creighton. Norman. Gains Ramos. Good interception there by White. Black, excuse me. Healy, Erin Healy. Trying to get the better of her defender. She can't do so. It'll be a free kick now for Premier. They're going to load the box and try and put this one in. Create a chance from a knockdown potentially. Reinhardt over the delivery. Right-footed just inside the half. Long up towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed down by Rust. Flicked clear and then pumped away by Curran. Here's Gaines Ramos now. Healy has Curran to her left. Poking that one through, looking for the run of Curran. Well dealt with by Piccirilli. Now Piccirilli with space to drive into. Piccirilli, good tracking back there by Healy to get the challenge in. Here's Bjorn. Rust preventing the turn. Piccirilli. Straight at Uribe. Now Curran inside for Espinal. Espinal poking that for Healy, and she'll look for Curran again. Ball in behind, looking for the run of Erin Healy. She's breaking into the box now. Healy putting it across the area. It's just past the right hand upside. Espinal trying to get in there, can't get a touch on the ball. It's going to find its way behind though for a corner kick, which Espinal will no doubt take her time over. So we're inside the final 5 minutes. Gains Ramos over with Espinal at the corner. They're thinking about the short corner. Instead, they're going to put it into the box towards Healy. Reinhardt winning the first touch, and Creighton now battling for it. Coakley will come clear with the ball. Here's Black. Black putting that across the area to Reinhardt. Back for Minnick. Now Picarilli, time and space. Picarilli's ball forward, straight at Uribe. Straight at Uribe yet again, and here's Curran now with time to turn. Healy. Poking it wide for Espinal. Espinal trying to return the favour, but through into the arms of Minnick. Minnick's kick off the outside of the boot, put forward yet again by Sekimoto. Here's Healy. Over the top, looking for the run of Curran. Curran winning that ball back, now getting it off Healy. Healy with the effort from outside the area. Off target. Another goal kick for Premier. Reinhardt's ball upfield, brought down well by Espinal. Here's Gaines Ramos. Espinal again. Dispossessed by Black. Good play by the fullback. She'll win the free kick as well. Reinhardt's ball forward towards the edge of the area, headed straight up in the air by Sned. Curran's going to challenge the second one, but Sned wins well. Bjorn. Now Carr's shot, snapshot from the edge of the area, just going to bounce wide to the right. Yet another goal scored by FCKC over on Field 7 in the other semi-final. They're leading TFA Elite by 5-2, and this late in the game it looks as though they will be the side that will be playing in the championship game. Will it be Rebels Elite or Premier Navy to face FCKC? There's a couple of minutes remaining for that to be decided. As it stands, it'll be Rebels Elite in the final thanks to that Riley Curran goal back in the first half. Here's Rust hooking that one clear. Here's Healy bringing it down on her chest. Good turn by Healy, trying to get the better of Coakley. She's done so. She's passed Reinhardt as well. All on her own in the half, though, is Healy, striding into the box, clipping it with her right foot over the goal. Taking a touch behind, and it will be a corner kick. Espinal jogs over to take the corner kick. Ryan Marquez on the Rebels bench, sending Aaron Healy over to try and keep this in the corner. Here is Healy then. Healy holding the ball up well, she'll win the throw. Healy on the ball again. Out of play. It'll be another Rebels throw deep inside the Premier half. Ball back now at the feet of Curran, the scorer of the only goal in this game. Curran on the ball again. Up towards Healy, that ball cleared away. Here's Espinal putting the challenge in. Now Bjorn into the path of Carr. Carr with an opportunity to break forward here, but Uribe steps in well. Gains Ramos, trying to spin her defenders, done well. Gains Ramos now with Curran to her left. Up towards Healy. That ball out of play off Healy. It will be a Premier throw-in. Fourth official letting us know there's going to be 2 minutes of added time here. So 2 minutes for Premier to try and pull this goal back and force extra time. But as it stands, it'll be Rebels Elite in the National Championship game tomorrow. Here's Riley Curran. Breaking past a couple of defenders, only nipped out then by Reinhardt. Here's Aribe with the throw. Looking upfield. Reinhardt will knee that down and clear upfield towards Nowakowski. Nowakowski now trying to find Bjorn, but only found the feet of Rust. And Rust is going to take her time and put this all the way back to Hawkins in goal. Not messing about, Hawkins upfield. Favor. Espinal getting there first, and Favor fouling Espinal. Aribe out looking for Healy. Healy breaking the lines yet again, has time now. She's driving through the middle. Erin Healy gains Ramos outside. Gains Ramos with the shot. A good save by Alyssa Middick. It'll be another corner kick though for Rebels Elite, and another opportunity for them to run the clock even more. Espinal again taking the time, getting over to take this corner kick. Go with her. Healy the short option. And there is the final whistle from the referee. So Premier Navy falling by a 1-0 to Rebels Elite. The diving header in the first half by Riley Curran off a fantastic run by Kiera Smeenge. And it'll be they who advance to the under-17 girls US Youth Soccer National Championships final tomorrow morning here on Field 6. Thank you for joining us for this game. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow morning for the final on this gorgeous day here in Frisco, Texas. We hope we'll see you soon.